It's time for really quick equity and excellence in teaching tips. I am your host, Michelle Singh, an educator, professor, author, student, and mother. I'm happy to share this topic from the EQUAL methodology, which is a framework for diversity, equity, and inclusion in education. So let's get right into our conversation.
Did you know that incorporating diverse content like lessons and activities can provide many benefits, including improved empathy, engagement, and academic achievement? As a teacher, I witnessed the transformative power of diverse content firsthand. After reading The House on Mango Street, my students participated in a Socratic seminar where they forged connections between the vignettes and the tapestry of their own lives by weaving together big ideas or universal themes with different threads of their personal experiences. As the discussion unfolded, I felt an overwhelming sense of pride. My students confidently spoke about societal issues like immigration laws and racial profiling and gender equality and poverty and racism. And as I watched and I listened intently, right, to their rich discussion, I saw them really peeling back the layers of their understanding, and I saw them engaging with the world through diverse lenses. So diverse content had really opened up a portal to the minds and the hearts of my students. It revealed the issues that affected their peers and their communities, and they saw them and they saw these issues. Their interaction with the content really was dynamic. It was clear that they had a deep understanding of the content, of the information, of the themes, of the story, and that they retained that information because they were able to extend it. Okay, so the power of diverse content can really impact and shape the minds and the hearts of students. And by incorporating diverse content into our curriculum, teachers can create a culture of curiosity, responsibility, and empowerment that benefits all students. So for today's talk, I want to share 3 practical tips for diversifying lessons and activities. Tip number 1 relates to using multimedia resources to showcase diverse perspectives. Tip number 2 relates to technology tools and how technology tools can be used to connect with others from diverse backgrounds. And tip number 3 is about incorporating global issues and current events into lessons. Let's jump in. Use multimedia resources to showcase diverse perspectives is our topic number 1. Multimedia resources like videos and images and infographics and simulations and games and podcasts and recordings and other interactive elements can expose students to different cultures and viewpoints. It can represent a range of perspectives and experiences that students will be able to hear and see and even understand. The use of multimedia resources can also promote empathy and a deeper appreciation for diversity. Multimedia resources can make learning more engaging and memorable for students. And multimedia resources can help to accommodate different learning styles and preferences. So what does this look like in the classroom? I'm going to give you 3 examples. Number 1 is using video and audio clips from documentaries or news segments or podcasts that can be used to showcase diverse perspectives on current events or historical events. Number 2 is using a virtual reality experience that can transport students to different parts of the world virtually and showcase diverse perspectives on history and culture and even geography. And another example is using readings from diverse authors or articles that offer different perspectives on particular topics that you're studying. So we've talked about multimedia resources. Now let's jump into topic number 2, which is technology. So adding technology tools to connect with others from diverse backgrounds can really increase cultural awareness and understanding. It can also improve communication skills. It can enhance collaboration. It can provide access to new resources and information. And of course, it can increase engagement and motivation. So here's what this can look like for you in the classroom. One example is using video conferencing tools like Zoom and Teams to connect with classrooms in different countries or regions and engage in like cultural exchanges and games and discussions. Maybe you play a Kahoot about something in math or science, or a book you're reading in language arts with another classroom in a whole other country. Another example is using collaborative tools, let's say like Jamboard or OneNote, to allow students to work together with other students who may be in a different classroom in the school, who may be in another school in the district, who may be in another county or even another country. So when you use tools like Jamboard and OneNote, they may be able to create something together. They may be able to go on an exploration and do a escape room in OneNote. Okay. Number three is the third example is using resources or using tools like the Museum for Digital Learning or No Red Ink, right, to provide students with access to information and resources and readings that are not freely available to them, that are not in the school, in their communities, in their surroundings. So you heard a bit about tech tools and resources. So let's move on to topic number three, which is global issues. So incorporating global issues and current events into lessons can help students develop a deeper understanding of the world around them, right? And they can also develop a deeper understanding of the complex issues that are facing their communities and the world in general. It can also encourage students to analyze and evaluate information from multiple sources, and that will help them be better decision makers. So how does this look in your classroom? I'm going to give you a few examples. You can use resources like TED Talks or Time for Kids or Newsella and explore different perspectives on global issues and engage students in critical thinking and discussions related to those perspectives and issues. You can integrate activities and projects that require students to take action on issues. Maybe they are organizing a fundraiser for a cause or creating a campaign to raise awareness about an issue that's affecting their community. And a third example is incorporating structured discussions like Socratic seminars that can be about current events, where you're encouraging students to do the research and present their arguments based on facts and evidence and in a respectful and structured way. All right, folks, we are at the end of our discussion about the practical tips that you can use for diversifying the lessons and activities that you use with your students. And the three main tips that we talked about were, number one, using multimedia resources to showcase different perspectives. Number two, using technology tools to connect with others from diverse backgrounds. And number three, incorporating global issues and current events into lessons. So thanks for taking the time to listen and to learn and be open about this topic. We appreciate you being on this journey toward equity and excellence with us. And before you go, one last thing. I'm sure you can see that incorporating diversity into lessons and activities can require some effort and planning, but with the right resources and mindset, it is achievable and can significantly impact students' learning experiences. Learning is then not confined to textbooks and lectures when we diversify our lessons and our activities. So my question to you is, how can you incorporate diversity into your lessons and activities to positively impact your students' learning experiences? One action that you can take is to join me on Tuesday, May 2nd at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Creating a Culture of Engagement and Equity workshop experience, where we're going to dive into more practical strategies and insights to create an environment where students feel seen and valued and motivated to learn. It'll be wonderful to have you in the Zoom room as part of an engaged community of educators. So click the link in the post to claim your spot, or you can go to LCT-E-webinar.com. So that URL again is LCT-E-webinar.com. Hope to see you on May 2nd at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the Zoom room. Until then, take care. The next move is on you. So let's put these ideas to work.
Take time to implement and time to reflect. And don't forget to join the conversation. I invite you to share your thoughts and progress with our community online at LCT-E Learning. You may even use the hashtag #LearnWithLCT-E. We look forward to engaging with you. Thank you for watching.